Hi, Simon.
Hello.
You're the founder, one of the co-founders of Digital Social ID, right?
That's right, yes.
What does Digital Social ID do?
So we are building meaningful reputation scores for blockchain wallets. That means you as a user have a way now to present yourself as somebody instead of just a blockchain wallet. So you can connect to the app, and now the app already knows, oh, this is Katarina. I can trust her because she comes with a track record. And now you can receive incentivized offers. You can receive individualized services that other people cannot receive.
Interesting. I think there are quite a few questions that I could raise regarding this business model now, but let's focus on you as a founder.
Sure.
What is something that surprised you about being a founder?
So I founded my first company when I was like 19, I guess. So straight out of high school, basically. And hence, I don't know, I'm not surprised anymore right now. But if you would have asked myself back then,
yeah,
it would be probably the fact that there's no time to do a vacation or to, I don't know, like shut off or something. Because back then I had a personal training business and I had clients. So it was not Web3, it was not blockchain. It was a very manual job. And I had to be there 24/7, right? And I learned that very early on. That was a little bit surprising for me, but now that's no problem anymore.
Is there something that surprises you about founding or being a startup in Web3?
Well, I don't think there were surprises, to be honest. I could now make something up, but I'm not really surprised. I know the industry is like new, you know, people are, there are a lot of skeptics, obviously, about the technology. People say maybe it's not here to stay. So that's something you always get confronted with, but I knew that before. I'm not surprised about that. It's not super easy to get money because there are a lot of competitors. Obviously, a lot of people think blockchain is a great technology, and we're not in 2014 anymore, where everything was like super new and shiny. So obviously, it's also challenging. That's also no surprise. So bottom line, I don't think I'm surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of challenges,
yeah,
what have been your recent biggest challenges?
So the biggest challenge is always related to humans and people. So that was a challenge that we had like 3-4 weeks ago, because we usually, or we initially had a team of 3 founders. There was myself, there was Pierre, who's doing marketing, and we obviously had also a CTO for technology. And everything went okay, but eventually we decided that it doesn't really work out with the CTO. So we had to make a decision right after raising funds to pivot away and structure our team anew. So we kind of went separate ways with him. We're still on good terms, but it was the best decision for everyone involved. But that was a challenge because the investors just give you the money and they're like, go and build something cool. And you're like, of course, we'll build something new. And 2 weeks later, your CTO goes. You cannot tell them. You need to find a new one and then tell them that something changed, right? So we kind of solved the challenge by just reacting quickly, talking to a lot of people about our problem. They recommended us people, we talked to them, and eventually found some new people. So
congratulations on that one.
Yeah, thank you.
As a team in a startup,
yeah,
as you just talked about the challenges of a team when they fall apart, but what do you think is one of the biggest challenges in your team right now when it comes to the people?
I mean, so my co-founder is my best friend, so there are some challenges that could arise there potentially, but this is always related to communication. You need to talk about things, like with your partner in a relationship as well. If you don't talk about things, they will get under the table, you know, I don't know how to say in English. So that could arise, but right now it's fine. Like we talk if anything is wrong. But then other people are obviously more distant to us, not only physically, but also mentally, like emotionally. And we don't know them for years already. So I think a challenge is to not only build the company, but also build relationships with the people in the company that are meaningful, right? So kind of establish some sort of friendship, even through Zoom calls, which can be very challenging. But I think it's super important, especially in the early days, because otherwise people kind of lose touch and also kind of the fun in building something. And you don't want that. Then it will be 3 months cool, and then they kind of, you know, go somewhere else. slowly.
Speaking of relationships and also networking remotely, you applied for BFG Superstars. You
Yep.
became a participant in BFG Superstars. Now you're alumni of BFG Superstars. BFG Superstars is remote.
Yep.
Why did you decide for BFG Superstars?
Because we wanted to build a badass blockchain company, and there was just the first opportunity we had, to be honest. Like, we saw the applications for it, and I know all the people. You know, I studied at the Frankfurt School. I know Professor Sandner. He's involved in the BFG team as well. And I just thought, let's leverage the network I have. They know me already through different initiatives. So we thought maybe the chance to get into there, because I know it's not so easy, is higher for us, since I have already some networks with them. So we took the chance. We applied for it, and yeah, didn't regret it.
Thank you.
Sure.